The story of Abercrombie & Fitch begins in the bustling streets of 19th century Manhattan. In 1892, David Abercrombie, a skilled craftsman and outdoor enthusiast, opened a small waterfront shop dedicated to selling the finest quality outdoor equipment. The store quickly gained a reputation among New York's elite adventurers for its uncompromising quality and authentic expertise. Abercrombie personally tested every piece of equipment he sold, ensuring it would withstand the harshest conditions his wealthy clientele might encounter. The business might have remained a specialized outdoor equipment shop if not for the arrival of Ezra Fitch. A successful lawyer with a passion for the outdoors, Fitch became one of Abercrombie's most loyal customers before purchasing a significant share of the business in 1900. While Abercrombie was content running a small, elite shop, Fitch had grander ambitions. He envisioned an empire built on the promise of adventure and exploration. This fundamental difference in vision would eventually lead to Abercrombie's departure in 1907, leaving Fitch to pursue his expansionist dreams. Under Fitch's leadership, Abercrombie & Fitch transformed into a retail paradise for the adventurous elite. The flagship store on Madison Avenue became legendary, a 12-story marvel that included a shooting range in the basement, a fishing pool on the roof, and departments dedicated to every conceivable outdoor pursuit. The store employed real guides and explorers, people who had actually climbed the mountains and traversed the waters they were selling equipment for. The authenticity was unmatched. The store's client list read like a who's who of American adventure and achievement. Theodore Roosevelt outfitted his African safaris through A&F. Ernest Hemingway purchased fishing equipment there. Amelia Earhart bought aviation gear. Admiral Byrd prepared for his polar expeditions with A&F equipment. The store outfitted Charles Lindbergh's historic transatlantic flight. If someone was pushing the boundaries of human achievement, they likely shopped at Abercrombie & Fitch. Innovation flowed through the company's veins. A&F introduced the first waterproof tent to American outdoorsmen. They popularized the modern sleeping bag. They even invented the clip-on tie, a seemingly mundane innovation that revolutionized men's fashion. The store was more than a retail establishment. It was an incubator for outdoor innovation and adventure technology. But the post-war years brought profound changes to American society. The frontier spirit that had driven A&F's success began to fade. The rise of suburbia, television, and indoor entertainment shifted American leisure time away from outdoor pursuits. Newer, more specialized sporting goods stores began to eat away at A&F's market share. The company's steadfast dedication to its traditional customer base began to look less like authenticity and more like stagnation. By the 1970s, the once mighty retailer was in serious trouble. Management attempts to modernize proved too little, too late. In 1976, Abercrombie & Fitch filed for bankruptcy. The Madison Avenue store closed its doors, ending an era in American retail history. The brand that had outfitted America's greatest adventures seemed destined to become a mere footnote in retail history. But fate had other plans. In 1988, Limited Brands, under the leadership of Leslie Wexner, acquired the Abercrombie & Fitch name. Wexner saw something in the brand that others had missed. Not its outdoor heritage, but its aura of American authenticity and adventure. This would become the foundation for one of the most dramatic reinventions in retail history. In 1992, Limited Brands installed Mike Jeffries as CEO of Abercrombie & Fitch. Jeffries had a radical vision: to transform the heritage outdoor brand into the epitome of young American sexuality. Gone were the hunting rifles and fishing rods, replaced by provocative marketing and casual apparel. The new A&F would not sell adventure equipment, it would sell a lifestyle. Jeffries' transformation was comprehensive and controversial. Stores became dark, club-like spaces filled with pulsing music and heavily scented with signature cologne. Staff were hired more for their looks than their retail experience. Marketing campaigns shot by famous photographer Bruce Weber pushed the boundaries of propriety with their suggestive imagery and barely clothed models. The strategy proved incredibly successful. Throughout the late 1990s and early 2000s, Abercrombie & Fitch defined American youth fashion. The company's profit margins were the envy of the retail industry. The moose logo became a status symbol in high schools across America. A&F wasn't just selling clothes, they were selling exclusivity, attractiveness, and social status. But the very exclusivity that built the brand would eventually become its greatest liability. As American culture began to shift toward greater inclusivity and diversity, A&F's deliberately exclusive positioning began to backfire. Controversies mounted. Discrimination lawsuits, accusations of targeting only thin, attractive customers, controversial comments from Jeffries about who the brand was and wasn't for. The 2008 financial crisis marked the beginning of a long decline. Changing youth fashion preferences, the rise of fast fashion, and growing social media backlash all took their toll. By 2014, the situation had become untenable. Jeffries, the architect of both A&F's resurrection and its second fall, stepped down. Enter Fran Horowitz, who would lead the company through its third major transformation. The new A&F would embrace inclusivity, size diversity, and sustainability. Dark, club-like stores were replaced with bright, welcoming spaces. The hypersexualized marketing was abandoned in favor of authentic, diverse representation. When COVID-19 hit in 2020, many predicted it would be the final chapter for A&F. Instead, the company used the crisis as a catalyst for digital transformation. Under Horowitz's leadership, A&F accelerated its online presence, improved its supply chain, and continued its brand evolution. Today's Abercrombie & Fitch bears little resemblance to either its outdoor heritage or its controversial peak. The company has embraced sustainability, size inclusivity, and digital innovation. Its marketing features diverse models and authentic storytelling. The transformation has been so complete that many young customers are unaware of the brand's controversial past. The story of Abercrombie & Fitch mirrors America's own evolution. From frontier spirit to suburban conformity, from exclusivity to inclusivity, from physical retail to digital commerce. Through multiple transformations, the brand has managed to remain relevant by reinventing itself for each new generation, while maintaining just enough connection to its heritage to remain authentic. Perhaps most remarkably, each era of A&F's existence has been defined by absolute conviction in its identity, whether as the outfitter of presidents and explorers, the arbiter of young American sexuality, or a modern, inclusive fashion brand. It's a story of American reinvention, the power of branding, and the necessity of evolution in retail. As the retail landscape continues to evolve, with new challenges from sustainable fashion to digital disruption, A&F's history suggests that the key to survival isn't just adaptation, but transformation. The brand that once outfitted Roosevelt's safaris and defined millennial teen fashion continues to evolve, proving that in retail, as in nature, it's not the strongest that survive, but the most adaptable.